My name is Hannah Neville. And I started Honeybear Bake Shop in July after being furloughed from being the pastry chef at the Ritz-Carlton. So when I was first furloughed, I thankfully had a boss who was very transparent about what was going to happen. And he said, hey, this is about to go down. We're probably gonna furlough people, or we hope not. But I actually applied to be a shipped grocery deliver person. So I got that job actually right away and started into that when I was furloughed. And then I was actually experimenting in the kitchen and having fun again, because when you're a head pastry chef or anywhere, a head boss, you're not actually doing what you're doing. You're behind the computer or doing computer work or all these activities. So I started baking at home again, and I first started the sourdough. I failed at that. And then I started baking cookies again, and I was like, I'm really liking this. And I started looking at different cookie Instagrams around the United States. And I was like, this is really cool. And I always try to go back to it and think how I actually thought of okay, I want to open my own business, but I've always wanted to, and I've always talked about it, and I don't know what it was, but one day I was just like, I'm going to do this. And it was a lot of conversations with my husband, my family, my friends. And then finally one day, the Ritz-Carlton actually had a program where if you left, they would give you a little bit of a stipend. And then I was like, okay, this is, I think, a sign of, I'm gonna take this little bit and invest it into myself. But I started in my 1-bedroom apartment, just like Sam. When we met, we were both like, oh, we had the very same experience. And it just blew up. And it got to a point where one night my husband came back from a video shoot, and I literally had kitchen towels all over our 1-bedroom apartment, on the couch, laid out on the couch, and just cookies everywhere. And he's like, all right, we need you to find somewhere for you to go because I have nowhere to sit. Okay, so Honeybear Bake Shop is an online cookie boutique where I do pickups on Fridays. Every Sunday, I announce my cookie flavors for the week. They change every week. And then I also do a specialty themed box of the week. So for example, this week is Pop Tarts. My last one I did was a Friends box, Easter box. So I always try to incorporate something cool. Ordering is open Sunday through Thursday for pickup on Friday. And then, as I mentioned, I do way too many events on the weekends and just don't ever stop. It's always way too much, but you make it through.
What kind of events do you do?
So I do a lot of pop-up events at breweries, coffee shops. I'm actually really excited. I'm doing the Girl Tribe event in a week. I got accepted into the Matthews Farmers Market, so I'm going to be doing that every other Saturday now. Yeah, so I always wanted to be a pastry chef. I mean, it's funny, my mom actually, back in the day, sold cookies on eBay. Can you believe that? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, so she would sell cookies on eBay and ship them out. And
did you ever cook with her when you were young?
I think it was me more being stubborn, playing around in her kitchen, trying. Yes, I'm sure I did, but I would trash her kitchen. And she will tell you, if she was right beside me, she would be like, it was a disaster. But now I'm clean. So anyway, always wanted to be a pastry chef, went straight to culinary school. I went to the Culinary School of America. And after that, a lot of my experience is in fine dining. So I worked at the Inn of Little Washington there. I moved out to Colorado. I lived in Vail, Colorado for 3 years. And just had assistant pastry chef jobs. And a lot of it was working at night in the restaurant. So plating desserts, working on dessert specials. And then after I left Colorado, that's when I moved and got the pastry chef position at Five Church. So I was a pastry chef there for about 1.5 years, same things, plated desserts, dinner service, and then moved to Big View Diner, and that's where I learned my favorite thing, cakes. When you do a plated dessert, I mean, you guys have worked with awesome chefs, you have to have so many different elements in your plate, whether if it's hot food or a dessert, you have to have a smooth element, a crunch, a sweet, a salty, a sour. So it's I think it's really cool that I now take that knowledge of being a pastry chef and my experience, and now I'm okay, I'm gonna put all this into a cookie. So it's oh, does this one need a filling? Does it need an icing? Does it need a glaze? Should it be crunchy? And so I take all those things in consideration, and I actually do way too much. One cookie has 5 different things that go into it. I will definitely say I have my own style. And that's something that I really like. And that's another thing. I always revert back to this woman that I worked with who said, you know, do something that you don't like. And that's another thing she told me is work under so many different people. So that way, when then you become your own, you have like, I learned this from this person, I learned this from this person, I learned this from this person. And I think finally where I am right now in my career, I have who I am, my brand, what I do. And I think that I'm finally confident in that. Where before, when I first started, I would be like, oh, hey, I'm doing this special, I'm timid, or I don't know how I feel about this. And I think I've gained a lot more confidence by knowing and reading and learning a lot of knowledge and just finally having my own brand and who I am. So this one is strawberry Pop Tart.
Yep.
That one's half baked. So that's like the Ben & Jerry's ice cream, which is half chocolate chip cookie with brownies, half brownie with cookie dough.
This is the one we had, 'cause that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oatmeal cream pie, salted caramel brownie, corn and pimento cheese, brown sugar Pop Tart.
Oh, that's
Yes, yes, that one's so good.
Oh my God.
I'm over here, I'm like, no pressure, I'm right beside you. That one's my absolute favorite.
I mean, really? That's crazy.
Isn't that good? That's what I'm saying. People are like, it's so weird, corn and pimento cheese and a cookie. I'm like, just try it.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's really good.
thank you.
I would not expect it to taste like that.
No.
It looked like extra care went into those. Is the process for the gluten-free a little different process? Just
You pray love upon them so that the taste as well.
looks like it.
This, which one is this?
Milk and cookies. Yes. Another half and half.
It's so good.
Thank you. Does it taste gluten-free? That's the thing, that's what I try to do. I'm like, I want to try to make gluten-free cookies that aren't like, ugh, this is gluten-free. Do you ever have that where you're like trying gluten-free things and you're like, this just sucks?
Tell us about it. Tell us what it is. It sounds like you got
It's just so yummy. I want to keep eating it.